Good morning, student. This is Lohit Ram SK, Assistant Professor of Commerce at Srimati Sri Vayar Government First Year College, Pavagada. So, students, in this session, I'm going to cover the revenue concepts. So, in which the company is able to earn the total revenue, find out the average revenue, and the marginal revenue. So, let us understand what are those type of revenue with their meaning and with the formula, and how they behave. Uh, Through table or diagram, we will come to know in this session about their behavior and a perfect computation and as well as imperfect computation. First, you have to know the meaning of revenue. So here the revenue refers to the receipt obtained by the firm from selling various quantities of its products sold. So means here a total receipt which is obtained after selling various quantities of product. So that means the products which is produced by a company. It may be a different products or a single type of product, or they may produce similar characterized products or with the different characterized products. So that means homogeneous products or a heterogeneous products they may produce. So the company, it's going to sell all of them that after producing them, then the amount which is going to earn in the form of income or in the form of receipt, it's going to obtain after selling all those at different prices or at the same prices. So the amount which is received as a receipt, that is called as revenue of the firm. Then here we can know what is total revenue. So here the total revenue is the price paid by the consumer for the product of farms revenue or income to the seller. So that means whatever the seller is going to sell in the form of product and services to the consumer, and he is going to receive the price for that from the consumer. So that's called as a total revenue. So here that the whole income received by the seller. So that means not only by a single customer. So here from various customers, the seller is going to receive the income by selling their goods and services or units of commodities in which they are produced by the company or manufacturer. So that the whole income is also called as total revenue. So here the products are sold at the same price or at with the different prices, but the whether the income from the same price or from the different prices with a different quantity and qualities of a product, so whatever it may be. So here after selling the company's products and services to the consumer at the same price at different price, as well as at the similar characteristic goods or a different characteristics goods or homogeneous goods or heterogeneous goods, so they are going to earn some profit or the income. So that income earned and received from the side of consumers. So that amount earned is called as a total revenue after selling their all goods and services which is produced by them. So here the total revenue can be presented in the formula like total revenue, that is equal to price into quantity sold, that is TR is equal to P and Q. So here the whole income received by selling various quantities of goods is called as total revenue. Here the price for the whole commodities which they are produced and the quantity which are the total products which they are produced. Then the average revenue is the revenue per unit. So that means if we want to know the average revenue, so the average revenue is earned by the per unit of the product sold. So here the total number, suppose 100 number of, for example 100 number of products are produced. So in that a single product value also can be identified by average revenue. So it is found by dividing the total revenue by the number of units that product sold. So here the total revenue should be divided. So we already know what is the meaning of total revenue. It's the revenue earned by after selling the all the goods and services, or the receipt it is received from the consumer side. So that amount will be subtracted, sorry, divided by the units of product sold. Then total products, if the total products are sold, so then that from that number, the revenue is going to be divided. So that means then only we are going to get the average revenue. So if different are sold at different prices, then the average revenue is also different. So here the average revenue will come even though there is a variations in prices, and the different products they are going to sold by a company at different prices. Here the average revenue is, it's equal to prices. So here at which the units of product are available at the same price. So here uh, that means the average price is equal to the unit which is sold. That means the average revenue would be the same as price. Then the average revenue, if seller sells the different units of product at different prices, then the average revenue will be equal to price. So here we can come to know that the formula of average revenue, AR is equal to, that means average revenue is equal to total revenue divided by quantity sold. Then marginal revenue. So the marginal revenue is the net revenue earned by selling an additional unit of product. So that means existing to the in addition to the existing numbers. Suppose if company produces and sold 100 units, so if it sells one more unit or two more unit, it become additional. So here we can express it in algebraical terminology. That is, marginal revenue is the addition made to the total revenue by selling n units of product. So instead of n minus 1. So where the n is any given number. So that means I have given one example. So 100 is 100 is a numbers, 101 is the additional one. So instead of 100 plus 1, we can say the additional one, 101, 1 is the additional unit. Then here one example is given. That means M here with formula we can calculate this. That marginal revenue is equal to TRN minus TRN minus 1. So the total revenue 10 units, that is at rupees 15 it is sold. So that means 10 into 15 is equal to 150. Total revenue for 11 units. So here the price is changed, that is 14.5. So 11 units into 14.5, it equals to 159.50. So here the margin revenue you can calculate it. So here the TR nth value is 159. So that means additional unit sold minus TR nth minus 1. So that means the existing number units sold revenue, that is 150. 159.5 minus 150 is equal to 9.50. So here the marginal revenue is earned is less than at the price which the total revenue is earned with the additional unit sold. So that means additional unit is sold is here only one unit. The additional unit sold with the 14.5 price, but the marginal revenue is lesser than the total revenue price. Then the marginal revenue can be found either by taking a difference between total revenue and the additional revenue, then before and after selling the additional units. So if it is either the company sell the before or not sell, it can be calculated. That means if the company sells the additional units, what will be the amount they are going to get, and after selling what are the amount they are going to get, it can be calculated at both times. That means before and after selling the additional units, or it can be obtained by subtracting the losses in the revenue on previous units. So that's what we did. So here the 159 is the additional, then the 150 is the existing. So from 159.50 we subtracted 150, then we got the marginal revenue. So then due to the fall in price at which the additional unit is sold, so it can be obtained. So only due to the fall in price at which the additional unit is sold. Here, when the price falls as additional units are sold, the marginal revenue is less than the price remains as same additional unit. So here the marginal revenue is less than the additional units sold price. As under perfect computation, marginal revenue is same as average revenue. So marginal revenue is less than the price remains as the same additional units sold under imperfect computation. As under perfect computation, marginal revenue is same as average revenue. Let us see with the example again. See here the total revenue for 10 units sold at rupees 15. So it's equal to 150. So if the company sells 11 units, that's additional 1 unit will be there at the same price called 15 rupees. So the total revenue will be 155. So if we apply the formula 155 minus 150, that is equal to 15. So here the 15 is the marginal revenue, that is equal to the price at which the additional unit is sold. Let's understand how the AR and MR works under perfect computation. So in this table, we can see they have given units sold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then price of average revenue. So it's all same in all unit for all units, that is 5. And total revenue is changed. So for the first unit sold, so 5 is the total revenue is 5, and it is increased for second unit 5 plus 5 10. Then for third unit 10 plus 5 15. Then the fourth unit 15 plus 5 20. Then fifth unit 20 plus 5 25. And sixth unit 25 plus 5 30. So here the 5 the price rupees 5 is increasing for every unit sold in total revenue, but the average revenue remained same with all units sold. Along with that, the marginal revenue also same. So we can understand it with the one diagram. So here the OP is the price which is equal to AR and MR. So here the OP price is equal to AR and MR. Then average revenue and MR revenue under imperfect computation. So here under this table again, the 6 units of product sold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then the total revenue is given is here 10, 18, 24, 28, 30 and 30. The average revenue is falling. For first unit it is 10, same as total revenue, but in second unit sold it's fall to 9, that means 1 rupees is reduced. Then third it's 8, then 7, 6, 5. So 1 rupees is reduced by for every unit sold. So here these differences take place only because there is a imperfect competition, there is a fluctuations in production and selling operation or size. Then the marginal revenue here, the addition made to the total revenue. So here, so the marginal revenue is 10. Then the additional revenue added to the total revenue is 18. So in the second unit, it's the company earned 18, but here the additional is 8. Then 18 in the third unit sold, they earned total revenue of 24. So 24 minus 18, it's 6. Then under fourth unit sold, 28 minus 4 is 4. Like the marginal revenue also, it's going to be decreased for every unit the company sold. So here, but the marginal revenue is lesser than average revenue because it is an imperfect computation. So let us understand this through the diagram. Here the MR and AR curves under imperfect computation. So here the average revenue is decreasing. So here OY represents AR and MR, and OX represents the quantity of goods sold. So as per the diagram, we can see the average revenue is decreasing. See, average revenue is 10, 9, 8. That means 1 rupees for every unit sold, it's decreasing. Then marginal revenue also decreasing, but MR is lesser than AR here. So marginal revenue is lesser than AR. See, the for first unit it will be the same. Here both are same at the point this OP, but from the next unit average revenue is 9 and 8. From third unit 8, 6, 7, 4, 6, 2, 5, 0. So like that the MR revenue curve is below the average revenue curve. So here we can see the convex and concave curves of AR and MR. So here the AR and MR need not to be straightened for every time. They can be concave towards the origin, or they are convex towards the origin and concave towards, against the origin. They are convex towards origin or the concave against the origin. But the MR is always lesser or behind the AR, or lies behind the AR. So after all this, we'll come to know in the revision that the revenue are earned by selling goods at some same price or at different prices, or by selling different product at different prices, where total revenue tells about the profitability and average and margin revenues tells about the using per unit and additional units, and they are same as in perfect computation and they are different in imperfect computation. So with this, I would like to conclude my session. Thank you.